fight number 3, and this is actually one of my favorite fights on the main card, and it's definitely one of the most difficult for me to predict. So we have Chidi Njokuani taking on Dusko Todorovic. This is a men's middleweight fight. As of right now, Chidi Njokuani is minus 200 as the favorite. Dusko Todorovic is the plus 170 underdog. And when we look at Chidi Njokuani, he is a massive guy for this division. He is 6'3", and it's the reach that gets me. It's the 80-inch reach that this guy has, which is just going to make him extremely dangerous, because we've seen him before as a striker. He has a ton of power in his hands. He finished Marc-Andre Barriault in 16 seconds with that one shot. I think it was the right hand landed, and that's a pretty high level of competition to have on your UFC debut, and you're starching him in 16 seconds. So to combine the power with the 80-inch reach, it's definitely going to be dangerous. And then also on the Dana White Contender Series, I thought he looked very solid. He outlanded his opponent 65-13 when he was standing up. He did get taken down one time, but he immediately reversed position, so he looked very good there. And this guy has all the experience in the world. He is a Bellator veteran, 21-7 pro record. So yes, I think he is 33 years old, but he has a world of experience, and the cardio seems to check out as well. So this guy for sure is legit. And Dusko Todorovic, I mean, this guy he's a much younger guy. He's going to be 27 years old, I believe. Came off the Dana White Contender Series, where he got a contract off of that. Then in his UFC debut, he picked up a round 2 TKO finish. And then it kind of slowed down. He started to get a little bit of a bump in competition. Kunhel Soriano, Gregory Rodriguez, he loses to both of them. Soriano put him out. He did go 3 rounds with Rodriguez, which is certainly, I would say, a pretty big accomplishment in my opinion. So those are 2 high-level guys. Kunhel Soriano, very good. Gregory Rodriguez, very good, very underrated. So the 2 losses I don't really see as too much of a concern. With Dusko, we've seen it with him. He's a pretty solid striker. He has good power. And the 2 UFC wins that he has are actually both coming off of ground and pound wins. So I think, he has wrestling in his back pocket. That seems to be a pretty big key to victory for him, and especially in this spot against Chidi Njokuani, who we've seen in the past has actually had trouble with fighters who are going to take him to the ground. We saw it in the Salter fight. He was taken down. He gave up his back. He was submitted in round 1, and then against Koreshkov, who I'm hearing is actually a very good high-level talent, he was able to get the ground and pound finish. So people who are beating Chidi Njokuani are taking him to the ground, and they're either submitting him or they're just getting him out of there with the ground and pound, which is something that Dusko Todorovic can definitely do. This is a tough one for me to pick. I've been back and forth all week on this one, but I am going to ride with the underdog in this one. I'm going to go with Dusko Todorovic. I think he does get the wrestling going. I think he does work on the ground and pound, and I think he gets him out of there in round 2. I'm going to go with Dusko Todorovic by round 2 TKO.